Citizens Coalition for Change Member of Parliament who surprised many Zimbabweans. Her name is Honorable Mureyanyi, who is a CCC Member of Parliament who actually supported Constitutional Amendment Bill number 3 of 2026 during the debates which were recently held at the Parliament of Zimbabwe. And the Pombas, he has been bribing people and there have been no consequences on him. That is none other than Wicknell Chivayo. So he was quick today to announce that he has decided to bribe her with a vehicle, and Temba Mliswa, that did not sit well with him. He had to quickly write quite a lengthy response to Wicknell Chivayo over this. That it actually it gives a bad impression to the Constitutional Amendment Bill number 3. If you see, the people working for the same team now having to speak against each other over what they publicly do, then understand that it is too much. The levels of bribery, they are alarming in Zimbabwe. Greetings and welcome to your lovely channel, the Hlonipani Global News. If you're watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. So it began with Wicknell Chivayo announcing that he has decided to bribe the CCC Member of Parliament, Honorable Mureyanyi, following endorsing a Constitutional Amendment Bill number 3 of 2026. Let's listen to the bribe which was announced some few hours ago. He says, that is Wicknell Chivayo, says, "Hello Friday, aiwa chakanaka mukaka hau rungwi, Honorable Mureyanyi nanzwa bami, Honorable Member, but go and see Victor. Handisi reni ndadaro, which means it's not me who said that. I don't know why these lights keep on switching off. Asi ndiri kungovumirana nabo." Okay, let me just sort this once and for all. Apologies. Right. It says ndiri kungovumirana nabo CAB3 MP ibabo iye Victor. Let me see. Iye Victor pakadai hangazosimuza Honorable MP akatadza kuvapawo ka $50,000 cash ye constituency development. I'm not involved pana MP badaro abo, and I know Victor normally respects what I say Guba Zose. Let me, I don't know, the slides keep on disappointing me. Apologies. Right, I'm not involved pana MP badaro abo, and I know Victor normally respects what I say Guba Zose. So I say congratulations, Honorable S. Mureyanyi from the CCC Saturday morning Musina Parliament business, Tswagai Exquisite Motors at their showroom, 29 Mazoe Street, corner Josiah Tongokara. Send Harare ndipo panowanikwa mkomana uya anonzi Victor wa maudzwa na Honorable Member. Please collect your brand new 2026 Toyota Fortuner 2.8 GD6, any color of your choice, and please kindly direct the $50,000 you will receive in cash towards constituency development and support. I thank you. So this is the bribe that was announced by Wicknell Chivayo, and it triggered the response of Temba Mliswa. And Temba Mliswa says, Moyo, I find it necessary to question the rationale behind the persistence interference in constitutional amendment 3 affairs in such a manner. I think he realized that this is broad daylight bribery being done at this crucial moment in Zimbabwe. More money is being pumped by Zvikananda and Emerson Tambudzo Mnangagwa in an effort to give life to this bill. He says the situation has long since evolved and it begs the inquiry. Is this an issue of illiteracy on your part or something more profound? I think that was strong. ZANU-PF possesses a comfortable majority in parliament comprising 194 MPs, thus rendering these theatrical gimmicks superfluous and potentially damaging to the integrity of the legislative process. Even in the event that the opposition, numbering 86 MPs, unanimously votes against Constitutional Amendment Bill 3, ZANU-PF remains capable of passing the bill with relative ease, as two-thirds majority merely requires 187 votes. Also, remember that a segment of progressive MPs recognizes the merit of CAB3, understanding its benefit for individual politicians as well as for the nation as a whole. It does not benefit the nation. I don't know where Temba Mliswa is, whatever is smoking, because they have failed to justify how it benefits the nation. If it benefits the nation, why are they not involving the nation through a referendum to the process if the process is beneficial to the nation? He goes on to say, who among them would decline an opportunity to extend their tenure in office? He is condemning another bribe, but telling Zimbabweans about the other bribe that they have done, which is to say to members of parliament, if you vote, it comes with 2 additional years receiving salaries as members of parliament. And says, who among them would decline an opportunity to extend their tenure in office without the burden of costly elections? It is thus evident that ongoing speeches by many opposition MPs in parliament are mere rhetoric and drama. So that's according to Temba Mliswa. He's saying the speeches that we have heard from members of parliament countering Constitutional Amendment Bill number 3 of 2026 are just mere rhetoric and drama, according to him. He says your agenda appears to be rooted in the desire for personal acknowledgement as the architecture behind the bill's passage through incessant inducement. However, that critical moment has passed, and your actions now serve only to tarnish what was once a promising endeavor. Oh, it's a promising endeavor also to Temba Mliswa. So I like the use of the words. The party has already done its homework, and these extravagant incentives only undermine the legitimacy of the process. The passage of the bill ought to reflect purity, free from the taint of accusations suggesting that financial inducement were employed. In fact, financial inducement were recently employed. They got 10,000 US dollars each ahead of this. When the bill was expected to be passed, I think yesterday. So I don't know what Temba Mliswa is speaking about. He says also they are promised 2 years without having to spend much on elections. And that is a bribe on its own. So the MPs are enticed with benefits, and they are pinning their hopes that they would not betray them because they stand also to benefit in terms of remaining as members of parliament. The introduction of such bribes into a legitimate parliamentary process is not only unwarranted but wholly unacceptable, exposing a continued deficiency in your decorum, which I have previously highlighted. I admire your ability to make money. I admire your ability, but not how you handle it. Financial matters within the political arena necessitates a degree of financing and sophistication. Otherwise, one risks appearing foolish. However, a legal education can enrich one's character, equipping individuals with wisdom and financing for financial propriety. The current recklessness is a liability to the image of the constitutional amendment process and must stop. Beware that in politics, the adage stands, accept the money if it is offered, yet when the critical moment arises, act in accordance with the people's will. Therefore, it is both intrusive and superfluous to persist with gratuitous gifts, which are increasingly becoming a blemish on an otherwise exemplary political endeavor. What is exemplary about this bill, Temba Mliswa? The gimmicks jeopardizes our collective moral standing. Let me take the commentators. Comment section is always brilliant. Someone says, Shawe says, he loves attention too much, just like you. Just like you. Makango fanana, mumwe iduzwi, mumwe idoti, same. Someone says, Razwinan says, your agents, your query must be legitimate, but assuming that you and him Moyo are on the same side of Constitutional Amendment Bill 3, what is your motive of blowing a vuvuzela instead of giving him your counsel in practice? That's a good submission. Sean Tongo says, he's doing what he did during the Zifa president's run-up. It was clear that Makwizi was winning and did not need the notorious Peak to interfere after Sapu and Pitandov had pulled out of the race. Wicknell only brought the integrity of the voting process into question. Prof. GTM says he's a fool. Money in a fool's hand. He takes national issues that don't even concern him as matters of his bedroom and or some sharping arguments. This guy is the main problem. So as I have said also, I don't see a difference between Temba Mliswa and Wicknell Chivayo. If you read in his passage, he exposes himself also. He actually support the bribery of MPs with 2 years without having to campaign for those 2 years, and ask who can resist that. He is simply saying your bribe, we've already bribed them. Why continually bribe them at this critical moment? Because we've already bribed them. And we know that they have already been bribed by being promised 2 additional years. Not only that, they are also promised, they've been given 10,000 according to the reports, reliable reports that we have had. Thank you very much for watching us. If you're watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. You can financially support this channel by pressing the join button and be part of our members who are the heartbeat of this channel. You can equally do so by pressing the thanks button and send us stars. Okan Mhlabane is signing off. Let me laugh.